Hi guys, this is Anoop, and today this is what we're going to be building. And this video is part of a video series that I have published on Udemy. So you can find the link below in the description. And hope you like the tutorial and the video. Please subscribe for more future videos on iOS and Swift. Thank you. Hey guys, welcome back and hope you all are doing great. So today we're gonna start looking at something that is very exciting because it adds some extra effects to our AR games and AR objects, and these are called particle systems. So basically, SceneKit has these particle systems to create um, effects like fire, rain, smoke, and stuff like that. So what we're gonna be doing today is we're gonna create a very simple app where we're gonna have Apple's ARKit provided ship fly off, and there's a smoke that's gonna come out from its exhaust. Um, so we're gonna achieve that using the particle system of type smoke. So without further ado, let's get started. Um, so I've got the starter app open, and it's got literally nothing into it. It's just configuring the scene, and you've got basic setup basically for the ship and the texture that comes with the template. Okay, so before we start writing any code, I want to create a new particle system basically. So if you go file new, add new file and type particle, you're gonna find there are two templates. There's one for SceneKit and one for SpriteKit. We are obviously interested in SceneKit, so select that and click next. And these are all the particle system templates that are provided by Apple for you. So what you can do basically, you can choose any of those, and they all have a different look and feel and different purposes, but you can customize. So these are highly customizable. So we're gonna customize smoke. We're gonna use smoke template, and we're gonna customize that for our purposes. So let's click next, and we're gonna name this one as smoke and create. Okay, so it creates two files, and there's a png and there's a scnp file. And in a minute, if you gonna notice, there's a fire actually. There's a smoke coming out. Let me change the background color a bit. See. All right, to make it a little bit more obvious. There you go. So as you can see, there's smoke coming out, and we are going to configure it a little bit for our purposes. So we're going to set some properties here. So we're going to set the birth rate to be 10. And these are some of the properties that I've tried. So I would recommend, like, you just play around with, like, all these properties to create and see various kind of effects. But yeah, this is something that I actually previously played around with and found the configuration that works best for our case. You're gonna leave the delta same, warm-up time, surface, hold space, constant. Okay, and direction we're gonna change to Z, -1, and spreading angle is gonna be 1.5. And Apple has really good documentation on describing, like, how each of these affects. So I would actually recommend, if you want to explore more about it, just to go and check out that. Lifespan, I would say 4, 1 for the linear velocity. Spreading factor is 0.55. So we don't want, like, speed factor. Sorry, we don't want it to be really fast. Okay, stretch is okay. Smoke, the color, okay. The size is something that I want to adjust to 0.181, and the intensity I want to focus on 4.255. Okay, and rest these looks good. Screen, mass, bounce, friction, emission duration is something that I want to actually configure, so it's going to be 0.18. Alright, and it's going to loop continuously. Okay, so I guess this looks like these are all the changes that we need. So we're going to save these, and if in case we need to come back, we can come back actually and take a look. Alright, okay, so let's go to our controller and start writing some code. So what we're going to be doing basically is we're going to be using the existing screen, existing scene that Apple has created for us with their own model. We're going to name it. I'm going to name this a little bit, so it's going to be jet scene, and it's going to come from the ship, and we're going to find the jet node. Jet node. So the way to find particular like so an object is made up of several parts. As you can see, there's a ship mesh, and there's an emitter. So these are some of the different parts of the ship, and you can actually navigate down this tree using nodes, child node with the name. So these names that you have that you're seeing here, these are the names that actually we're gonna use to refer to these. And if you can see, like, identity is also described that way. Okay, so let's let's go back, and we can see jet node. So it's going to be jet scene that we have created dot root node that we want to access. So the top level node dot child node with name. This is the one that we want, and we want ship. We want to search it recursively. So the one that we are looking at from the root node, which is like the whole scene, we're gonna actually search for ship. That's the node that we want to get access to. All right. Once we have done that, what we're gonna be doing is it's already named and everything, but I just want to name it just for the sake of clarity that we have actually named this, because we're going to refer to this a little bit later. Now, once we have actually created our jet node, we're going to create a particle system, and this is the particle system that we actually just configured. So we're going to create that particle system is equal to SCN particle system, and it's gonna look by the name. So we're gonna say smoke dot scnp. I mean, you don't have to specify the extension. It actually usually does a good job finding it, but if you want to do it, you can just go ahead and do it. That works as well. Particle node is equal to scn node. So we're going to create a new node in the particle, and we're going to add this particle system into that node. So add particle system to this node by saying particle system, like that. All right. So we have added the particle system to the particle node. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to add this, add the particle node into our jet node. So let's do that. Add particle to the ship. So You can say jet node dot add child node particle node. There we go. And we want to actually, for a particle node, we want to actually define the position. So we want this this particle system to be positioned at certain spot. So we want to position it close to the exhaust, the emitter for the ship. So that's what we're gonna do. SCN vector 3 make, and we're gonna say it can be 0, 0, and -1 for the Z. All right. Then we're gonna say jet node dot position, and we'll define its position as well. So SCN vector make 3 make 0, 0.5. So it's a little bit higher in the space and we're looking at, and a little bit further away from us, so -0.8. Now jet node, we're going to set one more thing. We're going to set Euler's angle. So Euler's angle, this is basically angle, like, you know, the way we want to tilt our jet in certain way. So we're gonna now this is another thing that I've actually tested out and see to see which works and looks best for the scene. So these are tried and tested values. Now once we have done that, we can create a scene. Scene and scene dot root node dot add child node as jet node. There we go. Okay, and our scene view has a scene. Okay, so before we actually build and compile and run it to see, I want to actually check one thing real quick. So I want to check our ship's position and everything if we need to set, because I know like we need to set few things for the ship as well, like, you know, because what's going on is when you're gonna load this, the ship is gonna load facing you, and what we want is basically the ship facing on the other side, a little bit tilted, a little bit upward, and taking off into the sky. So that's what we want. So we're gonna set a few things within the scene as well. So let's set like few values here. So -0.5, and we're gonna define the scale as well. So we want a little bit smaller jet here. Okay, opacity and everything is good. All right. Now let's take a look from the front camera. How does it look? So the way it's looking at right now, it's the ship is looking at us, right? Which is okay, because what's gonna happen is the Euler's angle that we have actually used here is gonna turn the ship other way. Okay, in future videos you're gonna see, like, you know, how this can be done using the Xcode modeling tool, but I've done it in code as well here. Okay, so let's first build and run you know, what we have here, and then we're gonna add um, some gesture and some tap interaction to basically launch the ship into the sky. So let's build and run it and check it out. All right, so our ship is looking good, and the particle system, the smoke effect is actually looking good as well. So let's go ahead and get that ship moving. So what I'm gonna do basically here is we're gonna add a tap gesture, and whenever user taps on the screen, we're gonna make that ship fly off into the sky. Okay, so I'm gonna create a function here. Register tap gesture. Okay, and we're gonna call that here before we forget. So self dot register tap gesture. Now, what we want basically, we want a tap gesture recognizer. So UI tap gesture recognizer with target to ourselves and a selector that we should create first. So it's going to be a selector at Objective-C type, and it's going to say tapped on screen or tapped on scene. Center is going to be UI tap gesture recognizer. Okay, so what this provides us is basically our autocomplete is going to show that tapped on screen. There you go. And once we have done that, we're going to add this tap gesture recognizer to our scene. So add gesture recognizer as tap gesture. There we go. Alright, so once we have actually registered our tap gesture recognizer, we can start writing some code to move our ship. So first, we're going to actually get the ship from current scene. So we're going to do cardlet. And it's going to be cardlet ship node is equal to self dot scene view dot scene dot root node dot child node with name as ship, and we want to search it recursively, else we want to actually return from here. So if there is no ship node, we don't have anything to fly, so we're gonna leave it. We're gonna just get out of the method. Okay, so once we know that we have the ship node, we're gonna add a physics body to it, and it's the same method as the physics body that we have used last time. And we're going to define the body type. This time body type is going to be dynamic because we want our ship to move, and I want to pass it nil here, so SceneKit can take the responsibility to draw the body for me. Okay, and then we did ship node dot physics body dot is affected by gravity. I want to make it false because what happens basically is as soon as you add an object and apply a physics, create a physics body and associate a physics body to it, and it's affected by gravity. So as soon as you add those objects in the scene, they're going to fly right off the screen. So we don't want our ship to fly off, so that's why we're going to say is affected by gravity is false. Now we don't want any other external frictions to reduce the velocity of our ship as well. So we're gonna say damping is equal to 0.0. Once we have done that, we're gonna say ship body dot physics body dot apply force, and this is what's gonna make our ship fly. So ship vector 3 0, and we want it to fly away from us upward in direction. So z value is going to be -50. That's going to move it away, and y value is going to be basically um, 50, which is like taking it upwards. It's not going to be an impulse kind of force, so we're going to actually do it false here, and I think that's about it. So that should actually take care of launching our ship into the sky. So let's build and run and see it in action. Alright, so here we have our ship, and just launched it into the sky. And you can see the smoke trail. So this is it. We have successfully created our flying ship. So alright, thank you for watching, and see you guys in the next video.